Welcome to REDI Sports, the best veteran-owned sports page that gives you unbiased evaluations backed by film because men lie, women lie, numbers are deceiving, but film shows the truth. Today we're going to evaluate Keon Coleman. Keon was selected 33rd overall in the 2024 NFL Draft as a true junior playing at Florida State. He transferred from Michigan State where Keon was a two-sport athlete playing basketball. He's an amazing athlete that carries a higher cut, longer leg frame. He has good size for the position at 6'3", 213 pounds. He also has a great personality. The media loves him and he does a great job entertaining in his press conferences. Before we take a look at Keon's film, I'm going to show you my scouting reports on Coleman's college season. At the end, we will discuss the different components of his overall grade. Analytically, Coleman is in the middle for most metrics outside of contested catches. Please send me an email to myredisports@gmail.com if you want a free copy of the scouting report for Keon Coleman. I'll place the email in the description or comment section below. The first thing that you notice when watching Keon Coleman's film is his catch readiness, strong hands, and athleticism. On this first play, he shows all three traits. He makes the catch above his head and makes a highlight play showing off his basketball athleticism, jumping over defenders. This is one of my favorite plays for Keon. My other favorite play for Keon is this one. He gives us another highlight and demonstration of his athleticism. He's running a post route against man coverage. He does run off the top of his post route, but does a great job of timing his jump, and look at how violently he snatches the ball out of the air while surviving the catch to the ground. Next, we want to look at his contested catches. He does a great job of jumping or dunking over defenders to catch or break up passes. In 2024, he ranked second in college for contested catch attempts while bringing in 10 of those 33 attempts for a 330 average on contested catches. On this play, he aligns outside with single man coverage at the goal line. He stacks his defender and runs a goal line fade to the back pylon. He wins the jump ball, which is one of his best attributes. He had a field day against LSU, which is considered DBU. On this play, he wins with a foot fire release and goes inside, turning it into a foot race. Facing cover one man with the safety over the top, he does a great job with his eyes and focusing on the catch through contact. And look at the timing of the jump and how high he is on this play compared to the defender. Coleman has a knack for getting the ball out of the air. Looking at his weaknesses, he needs to improve route running, his release, and creating separation. He uses his hands well to create separation at times, but runs a limited route tree due to his struggles of being more stiff rather than shifty. As you see, he doesn't have the same release and crisp route running like other receivers. He lacks the wiggle and shiftiness at the top of his route to create separation. Contested catches are cool, but quarterbacks like throwing to open receivers. To his credit, he does find a way to make catches with little separation, although top receivers in the league are able to get open quickly by creating separation at the line of scrimmage. On this play against single coverage, he has to get open with the rocker step at the top of this route and become an outlet for his quarterback. He relies too much on his ability to make jump ball catches at times, which can hurt him in the NFL. With the right coach, this is something he can develop in his rookie season. His best route on film for creating separation is a curl comeback route where he can extend his arms and make space. He needs to find ways to get open against zone coverage. Although he has route running weaknesses, he does show flashes and needs to become more consistent on these outbreaking routes in the NFL. There isn't much outside for Coleman to work on besides becoming more shifty in his route running. Back to his strengths, Coleman shows positive flashes in the run after catch. He uses his athleticism to make the first defender miss and then collect more money after catches. He runs a 4.6 140 but has game speed and plays faster with elusiveness. This makes him a threat on bubble and screen plays, especially when he jumps over defenders to avoid the initial contact and pick up first downs. This is the play from earlier where we see his run after catch ability to create big explosive plays with the ball in his hands. He has a 38-inch vertical jump and 32-inch arms. He also has the ability to extend for catches and stop on a dime with above average elusiveness. Next, we'll look at his blocking. He bullies the DB on this play. He uses his size to his advantage when blocking and is capable of blocking around the goal line. He uses his frame to ooze block well on the outside, but also becomes unfocused at times, like we're going to see from him in this game. He simply just overruns the block, which ends up adding an extra edge or contained defender on this outside run. Now predicting his role his rookie season, I expect Coleman to be used as a wide receiver 3 and in a lot of motion when on the field. He's a great decoy and requires extra attention from secondaries when on the field. If this is the case, he has to embrace his role and understand this will keep him on the field to make exciting plays like this, while also not putting too much pressure on him to be elite early on in year 1. For my overall grade, in year 1, I expect Coleman to be a top-tier role player and grow into a reliable starter throughout his career. The ceiling for Coleman is a step below All-Pro and his floor is an average starter. I'm excited to see Coleman on and off the field this season. Remember, send me an email to myREDIsports@gmail.com to get a copy of the scouting report.